Alright, what is going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have a new video. I'm super excited. We are doing an updated EDC Summer 2025. I'm super excited. If you guys see a dog or hear him, he'll probably be chilling there. But I just got a dog. He is the tech dog and he's a new addition to the channel. So yeah, love. Alright, let's get into it. But right before I gotta give a big shout out to B&H for letting me come through to their build event. I am so sorry I could not make it to the second day, which I was super excited to go to because one of my favorite photographers was there, YouTubers, Peter McKinnon. He inspired me to pick up the camera again, but I could not make it. But I did go to day one, and I'll have the video link down below if you have not checked it out. It was a great experience. I got to meet a bunch of brands, Gigabyte. I got to see the people in charge of Adobe. SanDisk actually gave me one of these pins, which is super cool. I got to talk to them. Which is amazing. I met a bunch of other brands. I got a bunch of goodies. But yeah, shouts out to B&H for that. They were real. Let's get into this EDC. Like I said, let's get into it. We'll start off with this. This actually doesn't fit in the bag, but I like carrying this a lot. I usually carry it like that, solo. It is the iPad 10th Gen, 64 gig in the blue colorway, which is by far the best color that they came out with. You can quote me on that. I have the ESR keyboard case folio thing, which is super cool. I have the ESR Apple-like pen, and I have the ESR paper-like screen protector. And no, I am not sponsored by ESR. I just really like their quality. I have some of their hub devices, and I just decided to go with them. I also have their clear case, which I sometimes tend to use when I'm just going to a quick coffee shop or something, but mainly I like carrying this because I love using the keyboard. It also has RGB, which is my favorite part. It has USB-C right here for charging, and yeah, it just works. I also have my Sminskys right there, which I love having them there when I'm working, doing whatever I need to do. Let me actually put my Touch ID and have it pop up. But yeah, I'm usually working at a coffee shop or doing something, editing photos, short form content. It does the job. I also carry a USB-C flash drive, which is in the actual, I'm transferring files at the moment, but it's on my Mac Mini M4. But yeah, it's 128 gig Samsung one. I have all of this linked down below for you guys. But yeah, super cool iPad. It's decked out in gear. But yeah, love this device. Shouts out to ESR. Love this. Keep that right there. And then we'll move on to the actual bag. You guys have seen this bag before. It is one of my vape bags. It is this one, which is like the side little quart bag. And yeah, it just fits everything, and it doesn't fit too much or too less. I have a bigger version of this, but I don't want to carry too much. I just carry the essentials. And this does the job. My wallet of choice right here is just a black wallet from Michael Kors. I've had that for like 5+ years. I've tried other wallets, but I keep coming back to that one. Then we have this 225 watt fast USB-C USB-A charger. Super cool, super nice. It is fully charged, and I like it because it has this little stand kick thing where I could put my phone and just have like my phone propped up so I could watch videos when it's on like the table or something. And it's charging. It's super cool. It's black. I love the color black. I'm actually wearing mostly black. My headphones of choice always switch up. I try all types of headphones, and I had the Power Beats, the old Power Beats with the big case. Love those. I still use those for video editing at the house and like going out for a run or sports or whatever, exercise in the morning. But I went back to my V3s. I don't like the Pros. I like the V3s better. I don't know why. These are just like charge and just throw them in your bag. I don't have a case. I should get a case. I will be getting an ESR case as well. No, I'm not sponsored. I just love their stuff. But it's just simple. It does the job. It's small form factor. It just goes in the ears. Nothing crazy. And my keys. Simple as that. That's that for that bag. We open up the main compartment, which is right here. And I have some goodies in here. We'll start off by this. Shouts out to Snapdragon for giving me this at the build event. this like book to take notes and stuff. I will be using this for YouTube and stuff, which is super cool because I'll jot down stuff for day-to-day stuff and whatnot. It also came with a nice pen and a bunch of stickers from Net Storage, SanDisk, ASC. Like, how cool is this? Super enticing. I really sat down and got to talk to one of the bros from Snapdragon. We talked about their newest 2-in-1, which is very intriguing if I didn't have an iPad. Alright, main phone of like forever. I'm still using the iPhone 13, 128 gigs in this black case. Just a generic black case. Screen protector. It is the privacy screen protector. But yeah, this just does the job. I get everything that I need to get done on this. And yeah, it works. My secondary device is a bit more interesting because I tend to switch devices because I like testing out different devices. And my main secondary device has been the BlackBerry Q10. It is a Wi-Fi only device because the only brand the only phone company that still works is Mint Mobile, but it's shoddy at best. So I'm not using it as my main phone, but as my secondary device to listen to podcasts, answer emails, watch YouTube videos on this, listen to music, play a couple Android games. There's a couple good games on here. I have Peggle, I have the Angry Birds, the Candy Crushes, Geometry Dash, Sonic 2, which is super cool. Block Puzzle, which is super addictive. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 still works, and a bunch of those Euro soccer games where you just, go through careers and stuff. I have the Atari's Greatest Hits, some like cozy burger theme park tycoon type of games. And then I really do just use this for a podcast player and music player. So right now we're looking at all my podcasts, wait for that to load. Has all my podcasts, Defunctland, Get Scared, r/, Shane Dawson. I sometimes listen to the Joe Rogan stuff here and there. But yeah, music player, video player, watch a lot of cartoons, TV shows on here. Right now I think I have a 32 gig SD card on this, which is okay. It's decent. But yeah, that's how that looks. Full QWERTY keyboard. I could still use social media, so Instagram still works, Facebook Messenger still works, Viper stopped working, IMO stopped working, and the Messenger app stopped working. The Google stuff still semi works. I use Aquamail as my Gmail. But yeah, just a neat little device. And if I'm not using this, I'll use another BlackBerry device. I have a handful of BlackBerry devices. This is the Bold, and then this is the Curve, the 8900 if I'm not mistaken, and I also tend to use this one. Let me actually lower the screen. So settings, screen, lower the actual brightness. Let's lower it down to like a 20 so it just looks better. But yeah, here is my 8900, which I also tend to use music, videos. I can do a bunch of other stuff like play some Java games on here, which I missed playing Java games on here. I have all the basics: Brick Breaker, Word Mole, Texas Hold'em, Sudoku, and Klondike. And then if we go to apps, I have all the stuff that the previous user had, which is super cool because he's a New Yorker. He has the Yankees, the News 12 app, Facebook, CNN, the Giant Insider, Hockey News, Twitter, CBS, Weather, and a couple games. The Pac-Man collection, GTA 2, and Resident Evil Degeneration, which are a couple games. I could watch videos on here, listen to podcasts. Let me actually try to show you guys a video. Should have a video on here. Yep. We will do Defunctland. Lower the volume so I do not get copyrighted. But yeah, you can watch a video on this. that is Defunctland playing, and let's play some Backstreet Boys, because why not? But yeah, video playback really well. I could also listen to podcast if I really wanted to and whatnot. But yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. I just switch different devices. But yeah, it's cool to just take this around, seeing people's reactions. Here is the bold, which also works. And the last thing in here is my PS Vita. This is the black one, but I mainly use this when I'm at home. You guys have seen videos on this. I've made a couple videos on this. This is my main ultimate Vita for the crib. I used to take this out with me. I have a ton of games on here for the Vita. Oh, what is going on? I think it froze. Oh, no it didn't. But yeah, I have a ton of Vita games, like a ton. Like, look how many Vita games I have. I have a good amount of PSP games. Not too many, just a handful of games for the PSP. Handful PlayStation games, like original PlayStation games. Just a handful of them. Nothing super crazy. And that's about it. Just PSP, just like PSP, PlayStation, and Vita games on here. And I love this device. It's amazing. I have a bunch of homebrew on here. And then I made a video about this, how to mod your PS Vita. I'll link it also down below, but I showed off how I modded this one, and I installed a 128 gig memory card, SD card, and I've transformed this device. I have one Vita game, which is Borderlands 2, which is super cool. One of those. Let me show you guys what else I got, if it'll load. What is going down? And it just froze. Alright, I gotta reload the application, which I use is Hexflow Launcher, but I have completely like loaded this up with a ton of games. Why is it not loading? Okay, it's not loading at the moment. I do not know why. Let me try to reload it one more time. So yeah, Vita Hex. Well, that loads. I love this one. I actually ended up getting a case for this and for that one. It's gonna take a minute to get here because I ordered it from AliExpress, because Amazon and eBay resellers are taxing. It's a $15 case that they're selling for like $30 to $60. I'd rather wait than pay the overprice, because I could have gotten it tomorrow through Amazon or like Monday through eBay, but I decided to wait. But yeah, love the Vita, one of my favorite consoles because it can play so many titles, and the N64 quality of them, of emulation, is getting a lot better. It could play DS-like games. I don't have any because it's kind of weird. The screen is pretty, it's a pretty big screen for gaming, but DS games to dual screen, I like using a DS Lite for that. That's just it. Right now it is scanning all the games because I have loaded this with a ton of games that I'm super happy to show y'all. So let this load for a minute. Alright, it's still loading, guys. Yep, I have a good amount of games on here. It's loading. I do have to scan a bunch of the actual art print. I have not done that for a minute, but I will. I have one game, which is Borderlands 2. Is my only Vita title. I do have Splinter Cell Conviction, but that is an Android port, which doesn't count. I have a lot of PSP games that I've been dying to play / finish, so I'm going to be playing a bunch of these. Like, I have a lot of them. Look at how many I have, and I have a lot of good titles. I have a bunch of PlayStation 1 games that I've been dying to play. Like, all of these I'm gonna end up playing. All the Resident Evils, Silent Hills. Then we get to emulation. So this is Game Boy Advance. I have a lot. This is for my personal collection, so I have all of these from the personal downloaded collection of ROMs. I archive a bunch of stuff. But yeah, a lot of Game Boy Advance, a lot of original Game Boy stuff, some stuff that I grew up playing with. But yeah, it's a lot. I do not have any Game Boy Color stuff. I will be loading up Game Boy Color as well. Sega Genesis, aka Mega Drive. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. It has no cover art, which I plan on doing. Game Gear, I also have a bunch of Game Gear stuff. Sinclair, the ZX. Atari 2600 and 5200. I grew up playing a bunch of these games through the @games plug and play. Lynx, a bunch of Lynx games. ColecoVision. When I got into retro gaming, I started seeing a lot of commercials and stuff, so I want to try some of the ColecoVision, and then some of the games that I've been like really playing. Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, I've been replaying and I've been enjoying it. I beat it on my PSP 1000. Sims 2, I remember getting and loving. This is around the time I was really into Sims. I had the Sims game on the Game Boy Advance. SOCOM Fighting Bravo 3, which I actually beat back when I had my PSP Go, which I regret selling. SNK Arcade Classics, Volume 1. Love this. I have a bunch of the King of Fighter games. It has Metal Slug, and just a bunch of like those football OG arcade games, which I loved. Doom 2, which is just phenomenal that they got that on the, like, Doom's on everything. Ford Racing. I tried testing out the Game Boy Color camera just to see if it could fool into using this camera. Doesn't work, it just crashes. And then Buck Rogers for the 5200? No, 2600. Buck Rogers and Bomberman Fantasy Race for the original PlayStation. But yeah, those are the games that I've been playing a lot on this. 128 gigs. I still have 30 gigs on here. I do plan on upgrading it to a 500 gig just so I get more games that I can play, and I've been using it a lot. But yeah, that is it for my EDC. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what I should add, what I should take out, and any recommendations. Alright, peace. I'll catch you guys in my next video, which is more day in the life. Also check me out on TikTok and Instagram for daily posts. Peace.